so you don't know how to IRL stream. This is more, okay, this is going to be like a very like easy overview of like how to get into IRL streaming, because frankly, I'm still learning, and a lot of what you learn as a streamer is just like doing it yourself, okay? Now, again, I say I'm still learning. I am new to IRL streaming myself, okay? This is not my wheelhouse. This is not where I started off. I've been doing this shit for not a very long time. I will also say I don't believe in gatekeeping information, and that's why I'm sharing this with you today. And also, I'm not an educational streamer. If you have to watch this in the future, you're probably on YouTube, because I'm not addressing this anymore. Because this is going to be IRL streaming / event coordination for IRL streamers, okay? Okay, what tools do you need? Now, on the basic level, you can use your phone. All I know is the iPhone software. I've only seen people use the Twitch app. I don't actually know what software you guys can use. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. For an Android, you guys can use IRL Pro. Look at that. Now you guys know. Congratulations. So that's the iPhone software. There's the Android software. Or you can use an IRL backpack. IRL backpacks do range between about $2,000 to $10,000. Depends on what you get. My backpack personally ended up being around $2,800. I did not get a camera with it. The camera that I use for my backpack is the one that I'm streaming on right now. The one I'm streaming on right now is an DJI Osmo Pocket 3. For that, I use a UVC to HDMI converter in order to allow it to activate as a webcam. Or if you want to use something that's more traditional, I also use this camera. I also use a Canon R100, and then I have an 18mm lens on this one as well. If you've seen Emily CC's camera, she uses the one that came with the backpack. It's a Sony something. I don't know what it is. But you can actually purchase that with the backpack, and then you literally don't have to do pretty much any setup whatsoever. If you just buy the backpack ready to go, I believe it ends up being around $3,000 to $3,200. The apps to read chat while IRL, those apps are to IRL properly. And you can also see chat on it. Here, I'll show you my IRL Pro. This is my IRL Pro. Yes, it has chat on it. It has a volume meter over here. You can zoom in and out. And then it has your battery up here. It has your view count up here, as well as your title. Easy peasy. It's honestly one of like the easy grab and go ones. You can also have the, this is the SE extension, I think it is. And that allows me to see any kind of redemptions, subs, things like that, that you all send while I'm live streaming. Now, I personally do a dual phone setup whenever I stream, and you guys might have seen it on my last one. I now have a wristband to have one of my phones on, so whenever I live stream now, I have my camera in one hand as well as my phone mounted on my wrist, and then that way I still have one hand that's open to do regular human things instead of having both hands occupied. What is a backpack? So I use the unlimited IRL backpack. But technically, if I really wanted to, I could actually like start going live on my phone right now. We'll get into how to do that later on. Service is needed. You can have data for your phone, or Wi-Fi. IRL Toolkit or some variation is very helpful, because IRL Toolkit is a thing that keeps your stream from dying whenever you lose service. So like, you know, whenever someone's stream crashes and you get like the F screen and it's like a blue screen with the guy has like the not like this pose. So that is that's a 60-second cooldown. If you're offline for 60 seconds, your stream automatically ends, okay? IRL Toolkit keeps that from happening. The IRL Toolkit keeps your viewers in there, so it retains like numerics. It also just helps with like reconnecting, and it automatically will say like whenever your bitrate is low or whenever you're trying to reconnect. Very easy. Live view connection is for your backpack. That's the backpack that I have. I can actually show you guys because it's like right under me right now. This is the actual live view encoder, and right here, this is kind of like the only thing that you have to look at. This is your screen right there, and this will show you your actual ingest feed. So this is the one. This is pretty much the streaming device. If you plug something into this has service with the modems, and then bada bing bada boom, it goes live. Ta-da! People are looking for setup help. Keem. That's who I watched whenever I was trying to set up my backpack of doom and despair. Shout out Keem. He has very good in-depth videos about actual setup for this stuff. I am in no way as smart as he is whenever it comes to backpack setup. He has dealt with so many types of variations with backpack setup. He's actually a force of nature. Dude, necessary Keem Glaze. Necessary Keem Glaze. He is so good at what he does. He is so intelligent, so smart. He has very great cohesive videos that will 100% help you. So this is IRL Toolkit. And so this is my actual IRL toolkit. As you see here, it says Kaiwoo's up here, and it says streaming to Twitch as Kaiwoo's. So up here, this is how you start and stop your stream. This essentially turns on your safety net or not. You have your ingests where you can mute and unmute whenever you are like out and about. Let's say like you're checking in somewhere, right? And you need to mute yourself so that you don't dox yourself. You can just easily mute and unmute from right here. Super easy. And then you can also see all my friends' ingest here. I have Catalixia's, Tiff's, Emily CC's from previous collabs that we've done together. But with these, it's super, super easy to switch between scenes and camera setups this way. And I don't know if this is how they do it on like actual productions because I don't have the money to set that kind of stuff up. But I do know that like something that we do as smaller creators without teams is we all set up our cameras in certain spots and instances, and we swap between our scenes. So we swap between our different devices, and that kind of saves us. So let's say like I'm having tech problems, but I know that Kat still has her stream up. I can just hop over to Kat's stream super easily and have my chat watch whatever Kat is showing and fix my shit while she's streaming at the same time. It kind of just allows things to flow better, and it's super, super nice. With IRL Toolkit, you also have remote OBS. This is great. This is how you can include your things like how many daily subs you have or your Gru cosplay thing that we have. And if you guys are Doug speedrun enjoyers, you'll see that throughout the stream they have the calorie count going up. And obviously the guys in the car are not doing that. You can have a mod, a friend, someone that you trust on your remote OBS, and they can actually do things like this, as well as more intricate things like transitions and like very super cool overlays. It's very, very nice. Is it like different cam views on the same stream? Yes, that is one way that you can use it. So something that we did for the Eagle Scout stream, here, let me go back here. Something that we did for the Eagle Scout stream was if my backpack died and someone else had their camera up, or even if my backpack died or we were having problems with my backpack, we would just start someone else's ingest up, and then I'd go over to their ingest, and then I'd just be able to steal the feed for my stream as well. Now, the dangerous part about this is if you forget to swap your ingest, one, you can accidentally leak people's shit, okay? Be very careful if you have someone else's ingest. You can leak people's shit. I have seen streams where a streamer has someone else's ingest and they accidentally click on it and then they like tap into someone else's stream that is just like completely irrelevant. Try not to do that. But it happens, you know, it happens. You can use it for multicam setup. You can use it for, as I was saying, for Eagle Scouts, we did like our confessional room. Yes, I accidentally went live on JBro's channel because that's also something that you can do with IRL Toolkit is you can take your ingest and you can share it with another account. That's how you see people like the FaZe guys. Well, that's not a good example because they all have their own cameramen. The AMP guys, whenever they work together, they, you know, all have their own shit. Yeah, oopsies, not me going live on JBro's stream whenever I was in Hawaii. Oopsies. What mic do I use for IRL streaming live? So if I'm using this phone, I use my Rode mics. Okay, hear me out. I personally think Rode mics are better than DJI mics, in my opinion, because Rode is more of an audio brand than a visual brand. I think that DJI cameras are amazing. And because I use a DJI camera to stream most of the time, usually I use what you guys are on right now. Otherwise, I would show you what I use. Since I usually use a DJI camera, I do have to use a DJI mic. And Yeah, so hopefully one day I can figure out how to get my Rode mic connected to my DJI camera, but for now we have to use the DJI mic and I don't like it as much. So fun fact, if I'm streaming on my phone, the quality is really good on the phone too, and technically I can stream from my phone with my backpack. I low-key am thinking about doing that with like a smaller setup. Yeah, because I'm currently working on some stuff. One of my goals this year was to learn how to sew and do more like arts and crafts things. So I'm trying to build an IRL like purse that's a lot smaller that fits everything in it so that I can just stream with this phone with the service from my backpack, and it'll be a lot easier to just like go around. And it's less invasive. You can get away with it in more places, blah blah blah.